So Ultra Street Fighter 4 was at UFGT.
The final build.
The final build. That's right. And while we were there at UFGT on Friday or something, the full change list was finally released.
Yes. Even before all the little videos came out.
Right.
Combo Fiend just dropped them all out there, which is really cool, which is awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Including even Elena, Hugo, Poison, and Rolento.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the way that change list that they dropped is that they showed it from 2012, except for those 4 new characters, right? Because obviously there's slight differences. But for everyone else, they ignored all the changes that were then later either reverted or, altered again or whatever like that. So the change apparently was done from 2012, not from Japan Ultra Arcade to this Ultra. So
well, I really like how it's written on SRK because things that were in the arcade or in previous versions
nice.
are actually listed on the SRK change list, but then
striked out.
Yeah,
okay, that's cool.
I really like that they did that. So you can be sure, oh, is this change still in there? No, it's not still in there.
Right. So if you go to Dalsum, you'll see the medium kick is gone and stuff like that. Okay, that's really cool.
It's really well done. I was really happy to see that. Good job, Ian. Good job, Ian, for sure. So high points. Because we're going to go over it in depth next week.
Right. So what we're going to... So every time we go over change list, it takes us 70 hours.
Forever.
Right? So it's coming out, like I said, according to the press release that I saw, or according to one of the SRK articles, actually, I think is that it's going to come out on midnight for PlayStation 3 between Monday and Tuesday Pacific time.
Okay.
Right? And then on 360, it's coming out on at 7 a.m., I believe. So what we're going to do is instead of going over the entire change list now, because it's going to take us forever, we're just going to forego Monday, Tuesday show next week and instead do one giant show where all we do is go over the change list. And take however long we want.
That's right.
And if we happen to go so long that it reaches midnight, I will download the game while the stream is going, and we can start.
And we'll just not sleep that night.
Basically. Pretty much. And what I was thinking of even doing is having it so that the 360 version is on and the PS3 version's on.
Okay.
So that we can switch back and forth and see how.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah. So basically, I'll just switch HDMI cables, where I'll have a switch box here.
I like it.
And then we can just be so uppercut backdash FADC. I can punish this. Could I do that back then? And we can switch back and forth between them or something.
That's really smart. I like it.
So we can try to, if we can not be old men and stay up long enough, because otherwise we might just conk out at some point. So
we'll see. Well, I have a pretty ridiculously sized USF4 testing document. Look at this here. I'm just gonna scroll. You guys can't see this, but I'm gonna scroll for James.
Holy crap, dude! That's 3 characters or something like that, huh?
Look at this. I even have I have the Rufus test for startup of moves, and it's all fully defined. Have Rufus do move point blank. If testing grab move, have Rufus hold up while doing reversal grab move. If testing attack move, have Rufus block while doing reversal attack.
Holy crap.
Start off with level 1 focus attack on block, 21 frames, etc. All the way down to close fierce on hit, which is 2 frames. Yeah. So I'm basically going to be really, really thorough about this when I get my own testing. I'm just going to sit down here and start at the top with Hugo tests.
Dude, you could probably...
Stand fierce. Is stand fierce still armored? Test versus any attack to confirm. If so, continue below. Test versus low attacks like Dalsum crouching medium punch. Test versus high jump-ins. Test versus Chun-Li jump HP or Ryu jump medium punch.
Dude, I'm just
It's pretty detailed.
All I want to do is practice new bison combo.
No, you got to be thorough.
Yeah. No, I mean, I will totally help you with doing a lot of your tests and stuff like that. I mean, the only thing is, if we are doing it on stream, I'd like to do a little more character variety. Otherwise, it'll just be Hugo, Zangief, and Dalsum, I bet,
Yeah, so in that list are Hugo, Geef, Hawk, Hakan, Dalsum, and Dan.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I do want to test. Especially, for example, I was debating with Javits and Noel and Eduardo on Twitter today about the uppercut backdash FADC. How did they fix the -5? Was it that they changed the block stun on the uppercuts, or was there some voodoo magic? Now, when we talked to Combo Fiend, it sounded like there was voodoo magic, but a lot of people are saying that the backdashes seem way more punishable than before. My comment was that nobody ever tried punishing them before because no one ever expected anybody to backdash. It just wasn't something you were thinking about to try to punish, right? Like Rufus, like if Rufus does EX Messiah, Flash Kick, FADC back, Cammy can ultra him. Nobody ever did that because everyone's just thinking about him coming forward, right? So I'm thinking it might be the same and just nobody ever tried it because you just weren't expecting it. So.
I mean, for example, Geef, I just tested this today. Geef can block Sagat, Dragon Punch. If Sagat does backwards, FADC backwards, Geef can just do jab green hand or stand roundhouse. You just do it like every time.
Even on 2012.
In 2012,
right?
Is what I mean.
Yeah.
So if it's worse than that, I mean that would suck for Sagat. It would be awesome for Geef. Oh my god, I would be so happy.
Right.
But I'd probably be sad for Dan, for example.
Yeah.
So
But Dan's backdash is pretty good.
Dan will probably be safe.
Yeah.
Dan will probably be safe.
So my comment on Twitter is because I just started seeing this giant waterfall of like people going, "Oh my god, uppercut FADC is so bad now. You can punish. Everyone forgets that the EXDP hasn't changed.
Right? Yeah.
The EXDP is exactly as it was before. And so, a lot of people are like, but that costs more meter, and, Sammy on Twitter also pointed out, like, I thought of this too. Welcome to the world of Rufus, Ibuki, Dudley, and a whole bunch of other characters that the only way they could do it was with 3 meters. Right?
It was not uncommon.
Right. So now you're just with everybody else, right? But you still have that option. But to me, what makes that interesting is now Red Focus takes 3 meter.
Right.
EX Uppercut FADC takes 3 meter.
Right.
Meter management
can be big.
Has just taken a complete turn. And, I gave the example, like if Ryu throws a fireball at Cammy, do you EX drill through it? Do you just use the meter for that tiny bit of damage? And everyone's like, it gives her all this momentum. What if you fail the Oki? Now you have that one less bar, right? Yeah, it gives you that momentum. It lets you in. But what if he blocks it and gets away?
Yeah.
Now you've used that one bar. You don't have your red focus come back, like drill red focus. Or you don't have, I have no life left. It's 3rd round. I want to do EX uppercut FADC. Lots of little things like that, right? Now if you block an EX cannon strike from Cammy, it's even bigger than it was before, that's a good point. Right? And for a lot of these characters, it's just going to be like that. Like Ryu, can he throw out EX fireballs and footsies as much as before? Because that's something that Ryu's like to do. Just walk around, EX fireball. Oh, it didn't hit. Oh, well, whatever. I'm still at a good position.
And it's been buffed. Crouching medium kick has an extra hit of block stun, and EX fireball starts up 1 frame faster.
Right. So
it's better.
But now, is that what you want to do?
Maybe not.
Or do you want to save it for EX uppercut FADC? Because remember, that also gives him a free juggle now that he can combo into Met's Shoryuken if you wanted to. So that's huge comeback factor for him.
Yeah.
So there's so much. To me, I feel like this game, meter has just become so much more precious. And that's fascinating to me. I've always loved meter management. It's always one of my favorite things. So I just feel like this, although I don't like the -5 change, I do like the meter management concept that's in there because EX uppercut FADC is still there. You can still do the same things that you used to do. So.
I think that's a really interesting point of discussion. Yeah. Again, we're not going to go over all the things. I just wanted to mention a few characters that I think really stood out. I think everybody's talking about Yun. Yun gets EX lunge punch at +1 again.
Yeah.
He gets invincibility on. Let's go to Yun. Let's see. Yeah, he gets
a lot of damage increase.
A lot of damage increase. Red focus is amazing for him. He turns a far strong or far crouching strong into like 400 damage, 500 damage, and a lot of stun as well.
He didn't really get nerfed.
No, he didn't get nerfed. He has a slight jump medium kick cross up, and I heard it's not very good. I heard it's like a specific setup only. But he has the ability to cross up. Why?
Yang was the one who needed it.
Why? Yeah, a real question to me.
I mean, dude, his dive kick was a beautiful cross up already as it was. So interesting.
Roundhouse up kicks have strike invincibility. Frames 1 through 7 as opposed to just lower in body invincibility.
Okay.
It's like I don't understand.
He just got better.
Is better. Another character I don't understand is Viper.
Dude, Viper's the one that I've been scared
about. I just don't understand.
Since the beginning.
So I played against a very good Viper in Ultra Casuals. I only had an hour or two of Ultra Casuals all weekend. but part of it was against Magnegro, a really good Viper player, and it was just crazy. Like he would just if he got a knockdown, it was normal Viper crap, right? So he would try to stay away from hard knockdown. If you got a throw, then nothing you can do about it. But he would not combo into sweep anymore.
Oh,
he would combo into soft knockdown, and then he would do whatever normal Viper BS he does on a soft knockdown, which is really strong. But if he doesn't get it going, no big deal. He has a character now in Viper that has really good footsie tools. Okay?
Dude, that low forward buff, as soon as I read the low forward buff, I freaked out.
It's significant. I felt it. Okay? Here's an example. I was T-Hawk, and he was Viper, and I did crouching medium kick, so did he, and at the tip of each, okay? And his won, and he canceled right into medium kick, medium punch thunder knuckle, and he did red focus, and I lost like 400 damage. So it's dangerous to play footsies against it. It's not. I'm not saying it's the best footsies button. But it's very far ranged. It always does that much damage if she has 3 bars. Luckily for her, using meter is not very common. Okay, if you want to, you can use meter. Right? She has EX Seismo wake ups. Fine. I guess maybe you do Fierce Thunder Knuckle FADC sometimes, but like it's not as integral to her game as it is to others. So she has meter all the time. So when I found myself playing against him, it felt like, other than like the first half of the first round, he just had 3 bars. Or 4 bars.
Yeah, I mean, because Viper's the one character that would get full meter and people would burn a bar on purpose just so Fierce Faint Fierce wouldn't come out as a super.
Right, because it was more important to not have that bar. Okay, that's the character that you've given this red focus combo to. So it just doesn't make any sense at all to me. He would seriously, like, I was big body characters, like I was Hulk, I was Hawk and Zangief and stuff, and he stunned me. Like, that doesn't happen very often. Because he would footsies into whatever crazy amount of stun, and then he would get one more mix-up and blammo. Right. So I just don't... That's going to be nuts to me.
Viper's a scary one for sure. Evil Ryu, some people are mentioning in chat, is going to be a really good character.
Yeah, Evil Ryu got buffed.
Axe kick into red focus, and he got a bunch of little buffs as well. So, yeah.
I think Sakura getting far fierce cancelable is kind of bizarre.
That was a weird one. Yeah, I saw that on the video and I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of strange."
Yeah, I don't really get it. She got some nice buffs. You know, obviously they know that she's not going to have unblockables and that there's delayed wake up and stuff.
Jump Fierce is nerfed. That's a big one.
Jump Fierce is nerfed.
That's a big one.
But Jump Roundhouse is still good. Jump Tatsu is still good. So she has ways in still. Back throw tosses the opponent a shorter distance so she can get in there faster. Right. Yeah, Far Stand Fierce, dude. It's a good button, by the way. It does 150 on counter hit.
Dude, that's going to be a really good option select, especially because they made Fierce Uppercut hit further out so it wouldn't miss. You know how before it would kind of go blah and then miss? Now it like connects more consistently. So I can imagine a lot of Stand Fierce uppercuts in footsies.
How about this? How about if somebody does a Dragon Punch, always press Stand Fierce afterward? Because if they dash in towards... You'll get close fierce into whatever nonsense. If they do backdash on characters like Sagat and Ryu who have crappy backdashes, you'll be able to press Stand Fierce, Far Stand Fierce.
Oh, what do you think it'll get him?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it'll get him, but that's worth trying out.
Interesting. Yeah. We could probably test it out.
Yeah, let's test it out later. Yeah. There's stuff like that that I think is really, really good for those characters. On the other side of things, DJ partially got nerfed.
Well, the things about the moves that he got nerfed were because they got buffed as well. All the moves that got nerfed were on moves that were also buffed.
Yeah.
So, if, for example, armor breaking, go over lows, safe, short dread kick, all stayed, dude, people would cry about that.
Who would cry about that?
Dude, that's the kind of move that people cry about, right? I mean, look at how much everyone hated Bison's scissor kick. That goes over lows, it's safe, it's chill.
But he has it, and it's like...
Right, exactly, but that's because he doesn't have a fireball, and he doesn't have any uppercuts, right? So, I mean, if you give it to a character who has a fireball and uppercuts...
He's a bad character.
Right, he is a bad character, but I honestly think that maybe... For some reason, when I look at DJ, I don't think he's going to be that bad anymore when I look at his changes.
I think he'll be pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah. So I think it's that. So it's like every time he got a buff, he got nerfed too. It sucks. EX Machine Gun, let's see, it's more invincible. but not entirely, and it's worse on block, increased by 3 frames, even worse on block, and it does less pushback, so you'll be like you'll be closer, so you can totally bust him up. Mm-hmm. He had like this little vortex. It sucked, but he had it, and now there's delayed wake up, so that's not really a thing. It's like I don't know what he does. What does he do? Is he a space control character? Not really. Is he a pressure character? Not really. Is he a vortex character? Not really.
Dude, I don't
understand.
I really like the down short buff.
Jump down short is good.
Short.
That's fine.
That's a great buff.
It does 20 less damage. It does 30 damage. Why would you do that?
The damage nerf I don't understand. I don't understand the damage nerf, but
I really don't. Okay. Dalsum also still gonna suck.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He has nice combos now, right? You can do down back strong, back fierce, flame, EX flame, and then juggle back medium kick, and you cancel it into light punch fire.
Yeah,
and it like resets the opponent such that like they fall into the fire, which is nice. That's definitely a nice buff. That's gonna come in when I have the offense or when I have a punish opportunity, and it's not gonna help me if like Yun is spamming some nonsense.
Right.
It's not going to help me when Cammy gets in. It's not going to help me when Hakan gets in or when Seth gets. It's a very particular buff, and it sounds nice. And I've been planning all along to play Sim more offensively, and I think that'll make sense. But that's not a real buff to like fix his problems.
Yeah, I mean, let me ask you this question: how would you buff his defense in a way so that the people that he does blow up, like from a defensive point, won't get hurt even more?
What I've wanted all along is more stun. So the characters that beat him on average have below average stun. They can't take that much. Okay, but the characters he goes even with or beats have average or above average stun.
Okay.
So and especially I would do that to moves like EX up flame. It's already 200 stun, but I would make it more.
Okay.
Because if I'm worried about you right here, then you beat me. Then you beat Dalsum.
It'd be really interesting because if you made it so that it was just all the back moves.
Yeah, all the back moves.
Right.
Right.
Not the long
ones
moves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I would have done.
Okay.
They didn't do that. He does, what is it, 5 more damage on Stand Fierce? It's something amusing. Yeah, it's from 75 to 80.
They add up.
No, yeah? It's like such a weird number. And think about this, delayed wake up, okay, he can now mix up his opponents when he gets knocked down, great.
Mm-hmm.
But so can they. So Dalsum's not really going to get meaty teleport mix-ups anymore. He's not going to be able to guarantee that he puts a Yoga Fire into somebody, so his space control is going to be worse.
Even Ultra 1.
Or Ultra 1.
Right.
Yeah, so very important sim setups are gone because of it.
Okay.
I think those two are going to be battling for worst character.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The one that I've been seeing a lot of people cry about is Sagat.
Oh, Sagat will be worse, but...
Dude, like, there are tears. There are man tears all over Twitter right now for Sagat because of the fact that for some reason his Tiger Shot recovery got increased.
Yeah, and I don't really get that, and I don't think that's necessary. Right. But he is not going to be some Dalsum DJ character. Like I kind of imagine like all characters, and then like Dalsum DJ. Like I really think it's going to be rough for both of those characters.
Interesting. So. Curious to see how that's going to go. Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we didn't want to talk about all the characters. Just kind of hit some of the high points.
Right. We'll go over in detail later on.
Yeah, exactly. And while we're talking about Ultra SF4, let's talk about Capcom's announcement.
Yep, sounds like they're taking a cue from Nintendo and the Smash Brothers event. They're doing their own invitational at E3. At E3 Expo, so that's going to be, I shouldn't say E3 Expo, it's like ATM machine, but at E3, so that's pretty cool, that's exciting, and they're inviting, I think it was like, what was the group?
Justin Wong, Ricky Ortiz, PR Rog, K-Brad,
that's right, it was EG,
Alex Valle, Jace the Ace,
SoCals,
and Twitch will also be flying in 2 as of yet unnamed Japanese players to shake things up.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Awesome,
that's going to be awesome, yeah. So they're going to have a little exhibition there. I don't know who's going to be streaming it. I'm sure it's going to be streamed on Capcom Fighters, actually.
It actually says that. It'll be broadcast on Capcom Fighters,
yeah. Yeah, so that's really cool. I think that's awesome.
Awesome
to see, yeah. And, again, watching companies acknowledge you know, the FGC and these little groups like that is super exciting.
I agree.
In case you guys don't know, Smash Brothers are doing the same thing for the Wii Smash Brothers, the Wii U Smash Brothers, and they're inviting 16 as of yet unnamed people. But yeah,
awesome.
So it's great to see. It's great to see this. So and I guess there's also going to be a $3,000 prize pool there. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
On a special custom-made esports stage built just for E3, according to the article.
Okay. Let's do this.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I think that's
Happy
awesome.
for that.
That's awesome. So.
You want to take a break, or you want to talk about other stuff, or what?
Let's take a quick break, and then we'll just close out with a couple of things.
You got it.
Okay. We'll be right back.